Hi everyone, welcome to KREM 2 News at Noon. It is so good to see you. I'm Laura Papetti, and we begin with this, a developing story. Nearly 24 people have been forced out of their apartments in Spokan Valley after an early morning fire. 2 people were hurt and several pets have died. KREM 2's Brandon T. Jones was at the scene for several hours and brings us an update here at the noon hour.
Well, yeah, you can see just the devastation that took place here at the Aspen Village apartment complex in Spokane Valley. Fire crews told us they got the call around 1:30 a.m. and when they got on the scene, the building was engulfed in flames. They also informed us that 15 to 20 people were displaced because of this fire. 2 people were injured and sent to the hospital. Also, once they responded, they told us that multiple dead pets were found inside of the complex. While they were working to extinguish the fire, crews evacuated others from the building. We learned that the fire burned a total of 6 units. Many others have smoke and water damage. We got a chance to kind of walk around the complex and speak with some of the neighbors, and we asked them if they've ever seen a fire this bad.
When I woke up, it was mostly on the first floor. The second floor, the patio was still fully intact, and I would say by the time I was off the phone, it had blown out and it was completely overtaken. And so to me, it seems like it started either on the middle or the first floor.
The fire department estimates, again, about 15 to 20 people were affected by the fire. Right now, the Red Cross is working with them to find housing accommodations, but then we also saw others who were just sleeping inside of the garage waiting to get inside of the building to assess the damage themselves. Once we learn any new information about this, we'll continue to keep you updated across all KREM platforms. But for now, reporting here in Spokane Valley, Brandon T. Jones, KREM 2 News.
And Spokane Valley Fire will be holding a news conference at 1 o'clock this afternoon. We'll certainly be there. KREM 2 News will get all the latest information and we'll bring that to you on KREM.com and of course later tonight on KREM 2 News at 4. A series of crashes along I-90 snarled traffic in Spokane Valley this morning. It was a mess. WashDOT reporting 3 collisions within a 2-mile stretch between Argonne Road and Broadway Avenue. The crashes happened around 9:30 this morning, and then the biggest backups were eastbound on I-90, with traffic blocked by a collision under the Broadway Avenue overpass. Crews finished clearing the final crash scene just about a half hour ago, so certainly a tough morning there. All right, 12:03 right now. Let's talk about the weather. It doesn't get any better than Mother's Day 2024 when you're talking about weather, Thomas. You brought the sunshine for all the moms. We appreciate you for that.
Well, thank you very much for that, Laura. And to all the moms, yes, glad you could enjoy a beautiful day from this past weekend. It was 84 degrees yesterday, and so far that has been our warmest day of the year. Now today we already had a very slight little cold front pass through, so our temperatures are not expected into the 80s this afternoon, but we are at 75 degrees and that was my anticipated high temperature. I think I'm gonna bump that up as of this noon hour since we are already at that mark. There's your clear skies, but there is the cold front, so only just marginally cooler overall. If anything, it's just a little bit more breezy. In fact, you might actually hear it on the microphone getting picked up right now. So some decently windy, breezy conditions, and that'll be the worst of it today. Again, the original forecast 75, I'm actually gonna just bump that up by a couple more degrees here because we're still in for a nice day. However, I think some areas to the north might see a slim chance for a shower this evening. So we'll show you the details regarding that all coming up in a few minutes.
This is coming in new at noon this afternoon. Students walked out of a class at Mead High School today to protest how the school investigated a reported assault involving members of the football team. Students marched around campus earlier this morning, some of them holding signs. The students are upset the school and district took so long to investigate the allegations of abuse at a football camp last summer. KREM 2 News broke the story about the alleged assault earlier this month. It supposedly happened last June while the football team was at an overnight football camp at Eastern Washington University. A parent reported it to the athletic director in early July. However, the incident was not reported to the sheriff's office until February.
I do feel that it was not handled properly by administration with letting parents and staff know and the students that walk these hallways every single day. I feel we have a right to know, and we have a right to know what's going on in our school so we can feel safe, because currently we do not.
Investigators determined there was probable cause to charge 5 students, all under the age of 18, with 4th-degree assault. Because none of the students had a prior criminal history, they were referred to a diversion program, rather. That means the kids will not face criminal charges so long as they follow certain conditions that have been set by the court. And a Riverside School District employee is under investigation for possibly possessing child pornography. This is according to an email sent by the district superintendent to staff and families. Now, according to Superintendent Ken Russell, the Spokane County Sheriff's Office notified the school about the investigation into the allegations. The superintendent said based on the initial investigation, no Riverside students were involved. The staff member who is under investigation works as a Riverside Elementary School paraeducator and also coaches at Riverside High School. They are now on administrative leave. All right, we'll certainly continue to follow that story. In the meantime, it is 12:06 right now, and still ahead on KREM 2 News at noon, the key witness in the trial of former President Donald Trump takes to the stand. Hear what Trump's former personal attorney had to say. That's coming up. And before we go, we do want to share this with you. Here at KREM 2, we are honored to win 2 regional Edward R. Murrow Awards, and we want to tell you about that. Our news team won the breaking news and continuing coverage categories. The work recognizing the important service that KREM 2 News does for our community. The breaking news entry focusing on the wildfires in Medical Lake and in Elk, Chattaroy areas last August, and the continuing coverage entry focusing on a year's worth of stories in the Moscow murder case. Both events, of course, incredibly important to our community, the communities we serve, and we're honored as journalists to do this kind of work. So again, some good news coming down from Edward R. Murrow Awards today. We'll be right back.